Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre. Pick up your new all-season loyalty card in-store today and start collecting reward points.
Now, in a moment, we're going to be having a nice little chat with my studio guests. I've got Howard Parkin and Debbie Lace with me. First of all, Fastamai, hello.
Fastamai, Christy.
Now, we are going to be talking about the Manx Retirement Association and finding out all about it. But we were just saying off air there, Debbie, that actually retirement is not about slowing down, is it?
No, certainly not.
No. And actually, it's sort of an opportunity to maybe try new things. OK, would you agree with that? Maybe?
Many new things.
Many new things. All right, well, I'm intrigued to know what you make of this lady. So I'm going to introduce you now to somebody who I have been waiting all week to play this interview out because I knew you two were coming in, OK? So BBC presenter Becky Want was talking on her late night programme early this week, and it was about doing things for the first time later in life. And she spoke to a lady by the name of Joy France. Now, Joy, at the age of 60, decided she wanted to try lots of new things. 60 things, in fact. This led her into the unlikely world of battle rap. Now, if you don't know what this is essentially where two MCs try to out-rap each other without a beat or music behind them, and they throw out or spit out verses that are crafted to essentially diss or insult or boast or put wordplay against their opponent, okay? So it's fair to say that the majority of battle rappers are male. Most are probably more than half Joy's age. But Joy thinks that is something that gives her an edge in competition.
The advantage I've got is that I've lived and nothing they can say can ever touch me. But I think the thing is, it's not just about what you do in old age. I think there's so many people who are younger who think, well, when I retire, I'll do this, or when I turn 30, I'll do that. So many people just need to realise, why not do it now?
I ended up getting the nickname the Rapping Nana because I do a poem that's got a bit of a rappy sound to it. You're just a little boy and you're running through the park, running barefoot through the streets, running till it's dark, and your mama smacks your legs when you're running to catch up. Anyway, somebody said, you should do a rap battle. Well, it's becoming a thing. I'm actually in training to do a rap battle. Yay! All right. It's about challenging myself to see what I'm capable of, but more than anything, it's to make other people rethink, hang on, there's this fat old woman, but actually she's doing it really well. I don't want to do this like everybody else does it. I want to find my own voice, my own way, my own style, my own, something I'm comfortable with.
Can I just ask you, when you imagined retirement, you were a school teacher, of course, what did it look like to you when you looked into the future?
It looked dull. It looked predictable. It looked boring. It looked like, beige. And I actually feel like it's more like I've gone down the rabbit hole, like Alice tumbling down, and you never know what's happening next. Because what I've tried to do is not just do 60 things before I was 60, but 61 when I was 61. I'm in 66 now, 67 next week. And so I try and just do new things. And it could be little things like trying a new food or holding an owl or it's just a lovely attitude, a lovely way of life that ends up keeping you feeling young.
I checked you out and I thought the video was buffering, but no, it was you freezing and stuttering. You were mumbling. You were lame. You look like a character in a Sims game.
Just battled a guy from New York who came over, and he was amazing, Spider J. It wasn't judged, but I think I lost that one. But I've won enough to hold my own.
The bars were like bleating sheep. Or Tesco's own brand cup of tea. Weak. And you pulled it back so many times, I'm sure I was watching it on loop play. Guess what? I reckon your rap name should change to Mr. Groundhog Day.
What a character.
It's just brilliant, isn't it?
Real character, the sound of her.
So good. I'm intrigued to know, though, actually, I'll come to you first, Debbie, because she mentioned a few things in there, not least the fact that you need to try new things in later life, such as new food or holding an owl. I mean, that's brilliant. But also, did you relate to anything she was saying in there? Because she talked about the fact that when she was thinking about retiring, to her, it looked like it was just going to be dull. She wasn't looking forward to it. She was worried about it. I mean, when you were approaching retirement age, what did you think the future was going to look like?
Fun.
Oh, you did? So you were actually looking forward to
I
it?
was looking forward to it, yeah.
Yeah. Did you think it was going to be just sort of calm and quiet and not much going on?
No, not at all. Not at all in my life. Nothing's calm and quiet. No, it's we're all individual, I think, and I think that's one of the main things. You can do as much or as little as you want, and the more you do, the younger you stay, I find.
That's very true.
We can all sit round and not bother and not do things and that. But this is the thing about the Manx retirement. You join and you take out exactly what you want. You know, you don't have to do everything, but the more you do, the more fun you have.
And so it's sort of like a starting point, I suppose, Howard, isn't it, for people that have retired, if they're not quite sure where they want to go with their retirement. Just yeah.
But it started off as a friendship group, and that was the original intention by John Naylor, who set it up way back in 1989. He started off as a friendship group, but we had to change the name because it was attracting people who thought it was a dating agency.
Well, it could still be.
Exactly, and it has been a dating agency. We have had a number of relationships developed during the course of since the organisation has been going. But fundamentally, it's like Debbie just said, yes, we all have busy lives to lead when we're working, but of course work interferes with your social life. We all know that. And so when you retire, you can pick and choose what you want to do and when you do it. And the very word retirement, I don't think I can name a dozen or so members in the MRA, probably more. They haven't retired as such. They're still doing something. They're still doing some earned income from whatever they want to do. But you do what you want to do and you can pick and choose. And the beauty of the MRA, as we call it, the Manx Retirement Association, is we have a whole list of different events. We have in the month, there's about 20, 30 events taking place. Wow. And you can pick and choose. Some of them are regular, like playing whist or going to stretch and flex at the NSC and so on. Others are one-offs, which we do visit places, we go on holidays, we do all sorts of stuff. And it's just a great means. And the great part of it is when you retire, you meet a new circle of friends and you get friendly with different friends, different walks of life, whatever they've done for their career. We've all got a common goal, which is to enjoy ourselves at this age and just get on with it. And gone are the days when I think my son, he thinks to me, even now he says to me, what have you been doing? You're retired. And I think he thinks that my wife and I sit at home with a rug round our knee, just reminiscing and watching daytime television. I would love the luxury of sometimes just sitting and watching daytime television, but it never happens.
I love that. And there are over 300 social activities a year that are provided by the MRA. Debbie, what are some of the things that you've been involved with since you joined the association?
Well, I started off at the stretch and flex. I progressed then to whist. Then there's a lot of eating goes on as well involved. Mahjong.
Oh yes, new one, isn't it?
The Mahjong.
Relatively new.
So it is. It's just this week I think walk on Monday. Wasn't there Tuesday? There was coffee morning and whist.
And there was whist.
Wednesday.
We had a rummy cub yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Today was stretch and flex.
And bowls this afternoon. It's non-stop.
Tomorrow's Mahjong.
Tomorrow's Mahjong.
That's just 1 week. That's a week at random.
So your diary is basically essentially completely full up. This is not retiring.
No, this is where you have to step back and say, I want a day off.
I'm not doing that. I didn't do whist on Tuesday. I had something else on Tuesday, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, but Howard made a really good point there, Debbie, didn't he, about the fact that there's this social element to it, which is really crucial because as you get later in life, there is a potential that you could end up quite lonely. And so this is a really important thing.
It is. It's very important. And a lot of people I've noticed, and I've only been a member for 2.5 years, something like that. I've noticed and watched people join and see them change, visibly change.
You do,
and I think that's what it is. It's initially, I know when I started, it was quite daunting because you don't know anybody. I didn't know anybody, and...
We all know Debbie.
Within weeks you start going to things and stuff like this and mixing and stuff, and then even people that you meet at the MRA, they'll sort of say, have you tried such and such, and then you do something with them outside the MRA. It's a huge social thing, and it really involves people, doesn't it, Howard?
It is, of all walks of life. There's no divide, gender, anything. It's just everybody, and we all mix in together. Sometimes we see somebody once a month. They'll come once a month. They might come to the monthly lunch, or they might come for the walk. We have a walk twice a month. It doesn't matter. You do what you want, pick and choose, and it's just a great camaraderie as well, I think is the word. And as it was set up originally as a friendship group, that probably is a better name for it. But obviously it's for people who've got the time to do things that they couldn't do because they were too busy working.
I presume you've also maybe introduced a certain element of stargazing, Howard?
We have been in the observatory a few times, and I'm always telling them about things about stargazing. But it's like that's my interest, and others have got other interests, and they pass them along as well. And it's just good fun.
And interesting, we've actually just recorded this month's or this season's Night Skies programme, which will go out on Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock. And when we were talking about it, Howard, you mentioned you'd just been to Scotland with the MRA.
That's right. We had a wonderful time in Scotland. It was actually cancelled in 2020, and we finally got round to doing it in 2023. And there was about 25 of us all together went. And we had an absolutely wonderful time. The main reason we went was to see the Edinburgh Tattoo, which was wonderful. But it just was a great trip. And again, we were doing things in the evenings. We went out on the coach. We had great fun. And it was just a 5-day break. And we've done that now. We did do it every year for a number of years, but then COVID got in the way. So we've reintroduced it again this year. So
again, it's really important to go away with a group of people. That just makes such a difference. And it's organised and you don't have to think about anything.
Everything was done for us. And I can't walk too well, as you've probably seen. But the driver and all my fellow MRA members couldn't be more helpful. It was absolutely wonderful.
Well, it does sound
and the weather
wonderful.
wasn't brilliant, but it was good enough. And we went to places I'd never heard of. The Kelpies in Falkirk. Look it up on the internet if anyone wants to know what they are.
Yeah.
And it was wow. It really was the wow factor. And this was something that's comparatively new in Scotland, compared to all the antiquities they've got in Scotland. And we saw these things. I thought, wow. And it was just a great trip, and we're looking forward to the next one.
So the only thing that's missing is a battle rap class.
We haven't got a battle rap class yet.
It could happen. Debbie, if someone's listening and they're thinking, do you know what that sounds like? It's just for me. How do they get involved?
How do they get involved? Just basically look on the internet, isn't it?
Now,
really?
Facebook, MRA.
Yeah.
There's an email address, mra@manx.net. There's a phone number, 817-007 as well. And you've even got a website. You're thoroughly modern, manxretirement.org. And you're on Facebook as well, are you?
Oh, we're on Facebook as well. We've got all sorts of stuff. And the office is in Ramsey, which isn't manned all the time, but if you leave a message on the answer phone there or get in touch with any of us, we'd love to see you. And the whole point is that we can, if someone wants to come up with a new idea or a new initiative, then fine. Crack on. We'll help you organise it. And Mahjong, which we mentioned earlier, that's one of our newest activities. It's been going about 2 years now, 18 months, 2 years. And that's great fun. Have you ever played Mahjong?
I haven't, but now I kind of want to.
Well, there you go. Well, you're
probably
too
do
young,
that.
you can't join.
I'll do that
sorry.
before a battle rap. Yeah, I've got a few years yet.
You've got a couple of years to go.
Yeah.
So.
Well, listen, it's so lovely finding out about it. And it does sound like an excellent group to join, just to kind of fill your diary, if nothing else, but make new friends is the important thing. Maybe see different parts of the world you've not been to. You never know. Never know where this could lead.
Can I just point out, Christy, when Howard was saying about the trip to Edinburgh, there could only probably be about 4 couples on that, Howard, and the rest were all single people. Yeah. Just so people know, you don't have to be in a couple or,
you can come along by yourself.
We have a lot of single members, a lot of married members as well, but lots of single members as well. And the other thing is, of course, we all got shared interest and grandchildren and whatever it is, holidays or whatever. And as I say, you pick and choose, but it is for everybody across the age range, men, women, children, not children, obviously. But any age, I think the age limit is 50. I think you'll be over 50. I might be wrong, it might be 60.
I think it is 50.
Well, they can always give you a shout, can't they, and find out.
Of course, we'd love to see people along. And the idea is you can come along as a guest to one of our first events if you want, just see what's it about.
Yeah.
The monthly lunch is probably our biggest regular event we have. We have a monthly lunch every once a month. But as I say, all the other activities now,
so many.
There's
so many. Well, do keep us posted and come back and tell us how many more people join up after hearing you two extolling the virtues of the fabulous Manx Retirement Association. For the time being, Howard and Debbie, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre. Pick up your new all-season loyalty card in-store today and start collecting reward points.